Counting down toward the kickoff here at the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on this cold afternoon in Philadelphia. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers come out and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes. Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
And he's going to be out of bounds, gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Kittle is the man in motion. On third down, it's Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on third down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains, and there's really two reasons. One, teams are a lot more willing to use fourth down, and two, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return, and that's where the offense will take over. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his sixth season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that. So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. First carry for Saquon Barkley. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. yards on the gain, and that's good for a first down.
Gain of 19 yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards. And another first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll roll out here with Purdy. First down throw there is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. They get 14 on that hookup. It's good for a Niners first down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, 49ers.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
On the carry. Jalen Phillips on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards.
on the play.
First down, 49ers.
49er, first down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
4 yards.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
On comes Thomas Morstead, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Upton Stout in for that tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down
at the 28-yard line.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Man in motion is Brown. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Complete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, they've punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. He'll be out of bounds. That's a decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, McCaffrey. He's got room to the 45. And they finally take him down, but not before he gets to the Eagles' 33-yard line.
And the 49ers.
Big time play by McCaffrey. 33 yards.
3 yards on the play. And a 49er first down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They run once more with McCaffrey. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
4th down.
I can promise you, Mike, when this play call went into the headset of the quarterback, nobody on the coaching staff thought this play was going to result in a sack. This ball is expected to come out quick, wide receiver screen, and do the rest after the catch. Something was thrown off with the timing, and quarterback had no choice but to eat it and gets taken down for a sack.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This one from 49. Pinheiro's kick is good. And the 49ers are on the board. It's 7-3.
49ers 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He takes off. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
23 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll step up and run this. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 18. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The left side, it's caught by Brown. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hurts to throw. He finds Jahan Dotson. And the Eagles are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He is down at the 6. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Now Hurts going to call his own number. He will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles extend their advantage to 14-3.
Score Eagles 14, 49ers 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The 49ers offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Saquon, the All-Pro, makes the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this close to a 1st down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
the return, it's Covey. And it's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field.
Over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. D. Winters there to bring him down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Man in motion is Brown. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 7.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
So these are always the most disappointing drives, right? So you get the ball, you're on your opponent's side of the field, and then you go 3 and out. So you take the field, you say, this is a prime opportunity. Come away at least with points, and now they find themselves in a tricky, delicate situation. I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th down.
Now Hurts on 4th down. That's taken in by Dotson.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. D. Winters there to bring him down.
2nd and 6.
They bring a tight end in motion left. We are through 1. 14-3 is the score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter. From the 31, here is 2nd and 6. As we are ready to get back underway. There's the tight end, Greg Calcaterra. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Marquise Siegel on the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First down.
And anytime you have a long drive going, you'd hate to have it stall out there. So that's a really nice job up front, making sure that that doesn't happen, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Eagles move out to a 21-3 advantage.
49ers 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. Start on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd down. Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have a Niners first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down. And that's exactly what they did.
To throw on first down is Purdy. Open man there, it is Bourne. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jalen Phillips in on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak, and he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Throwing right, it's taken in, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Gain of 9 brings up second and a yard at the Eagles' 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, 49ers.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Jahan Campbell in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Saul, the man in motion. Third and long. Here's Purdy. The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on and try a field goal now. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners are back within 2 scores.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back out to kick it away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got a tight end count to Terra to the left. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Purdy now on 2nd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Jalen Carter gets up for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line.
1st and 10.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Man in motion is Brown. Off the play fake, Hurts. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, He breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
That's good.
Hurts finding Smith, and an eagle. First down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
That's Goddard in motion. Hurts to the air on first down. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
To the air again. Hurts. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And 4.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on fourth down.
38-yard attempt.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
49ers.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Jake Elliott.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense make their way out to take over once more.
27-yard line.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. Room to run at the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
The biggest element on a lot of these explosive runs, Mike, is can the running back make the first guy miss? That's exactly what he was able to do here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
He was brought down by Nolan Smith. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Eagles' 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. And a 49er first
So they
down.
come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
49er.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. His throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Tried again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Here's Purdy again. This one caught at the 4. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Kittle is the man in motion. 3rd and goal. Purdy. And he's in. George Kittle. Touchdown. 49ers. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers are able to cut into the deficit.
49ers 13.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. On 1st down, it's Hurts. To the left side, it's caught by Brown.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Now it's 2nd and 1. Now Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Complete to Dallas Goedert. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Going to keep it on the option. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
His 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. To the outside, he's got Smith. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll go with the sneak. And he'll be stacked up the line of scrimmage.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That's quickly out to Smith. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A run up the middle with Barkley. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. Got a man. It's complete to A.J. Brown. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Open receiver is Dotson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8
yards.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he will take it in himself. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it, and the Eagles will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Eagles 31, 49ers 13.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. the line.
Taken down back at
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Saul, the man in motion. 3rd down. Purdy. A throw on the run is complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another 49er 1st down. A gain of 3 on the play. And a 49er 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 36. A tight end in motion now. Again, it's McCaffrey. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Sidney Brown. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
49er 1st down. A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Eagles' 16-yard line.
2nd and a yard. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
5-yard gain on the
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground.
To the pylon, he's in. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown, San Francisco.
touchdown, 49ers.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers are able to edge a bit closer.
49ers 20.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts now. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Barkley. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. D. Winters there to bring him down.
Winters on the stop. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. To throw, Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground.
From the pocket.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here comes the Eagles punt team.
Formation for the Eagles.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing is Purdy, as caught by Pearsall. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. And this will wind up a Niners first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
And the 49ers.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
A gain of 12.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Jalen Phillips in on the stop.
Down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down
at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
The 49ers out to punt this one. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Switch! Crunch!
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be out of bounds up at the 30-yard line.
A gain of 10
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big gain.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. 4th quarter starts, and it's a run for Barkley. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw is Hurts. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Hurts to the air on first down. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Third down. And
all things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. They hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
Another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this two-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
So, from the 37, here's second down and 9. Once again, it's Barkley. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
Here's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Philadelphia.
13 yards on the play. And an Eagles first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he'll throw this one away. Incomplete. Receivers blanking it everywhere he looked. Gonna bring up a fourth down.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 34, 49ers 20.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Throwing on first down is Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
At the 37-yard line.
A give for McCaffrey running right. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 11. First down, 49ers.
First down.
You know, we spend a lot of time praising the running backs, and deservingly so. But oftentimes, it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
On first and 10, it's Purdy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Nolan Smith getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Mike, just think back here in this game alone. How many drives have been undone as the result of their inability to protect the passer? They just can't keep a clean pocket, and they just keep going backwards.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Back into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Third and 9. Pearsall, the man in motion. On third down, it's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 28
It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time, the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On second down, Purdy to the former Cal Bear, Jake Tunges. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
On the play.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
And he's going to have the 49ers Niners first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn fourth down into a first.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Purdy now on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to George Kittle. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Now Purdy. Flushed to his left. And the Niners are going to have first and goal. Try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
The 49er first down. First and goal, San Francisco.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Brings up second and goal.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Purdy now on second down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Zach Barnes getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Open man there, it is Bourne. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. Here's Purdy. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Room to run at the 30. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
Gain of 28 yards.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
At the 33-yard line.
First and 10. Going to keep it on the option. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. The Niners will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. Hurts down to a knee, and that will wrap this one up. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.